beautiful Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for the end of August right through to the end of September 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will never ever give you a cell phone number to call either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your career reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to the energy. And you should be influenced by your 6th house during this period, which is all about your daily routines, looking at your schedules, getting organized, and really, focusing on duties. Any bills that need to be paid, you're going to be on it. Anything that needs to be done, you're going to be in the flow. You're going to be very productive this month because of that 6th house, okay? So let us see what is coming in for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Can you please guide them? What are they meant to be aware of when it comes to their career? Okay, so first off, I'm starting to see that you're questioning a few things. You may have felt a little bit stagnant or stuck, or you may have felt like things are not happening as fast as you would like them to, but you are building stability, okay? So that is important. You are building stability. So in trying to have faith there, we've got the Temperance card. Yeah, the Temperance card is in the right position, because I feel like you want things to happen quicker. You want things to be moving forward a lot more than they have been, but you are on the right track. The Wheel of Fortune is there for you as well, so there's going to be a wonderful lucky turn of events where things start to work out in your favor, and you're putting yourself in a really good position in your career to be stable. That's what I see there. Now that could be stable financially. It could also be stable in terms of the home space. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What did they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay, so no, they said no more, so that's it. I was going to go again, but they said no more. So let's get started. The first card is Ways, okay? It's number 22. And this indicates a crossroads in some way in your career. So you may be weighing up your options or wondering, how far you've come so far, where you're at. It's almost like an evaluation point where you wonder what you need to do next on the next sort of journey of your career, okay? Now, whenever we get a fork in the road, it tends to mean that there is a decision point or time to choose between something. So some of you may be trying to work out what's next. You got the Daughter of Feathers there, which is about, that's the equivalent of the Knight of Swords. So that's about making things happen. It's about taking action. It's about deciding. When you've got swords involved, this is a very cerebral time for you, in your head, analyzing things before you make a decision, and you're forming your opinions by experience. So you're looking at the things that you've already sort of acknowledged or gone through in your career and thinking how to act next, or how to, it's almost like you've got a learned response to previous situations in your career, and you're using that knowledge in order to respond to some sort of decision point. And you're using, it's almost like you're broadening your perspective in order to make a change or adapt to a new way of doing something in your career. So it can be a new way of, responding to different and challenging situations. It can be you making swift changes to move forward on your path a little bit more, especially since your 6th house is activated of sort of routines. You may be looking at how you can streamline, become more efficient or more time efficient as well in your career, so that you've got a little bit more time for you and the home space. Okay, some of you may actually be setting up a second stream of income, or trying to negotiate better deals in your career, because when you've got ways, it's almost like where there's a will, there is a way. And there is certainly a will with you, my beautiful Aries, because you're the sort of person who's got a lot of tenacity, a lot of drive. You're committed to your goals, your dreams, you're hardworking, and you've got passion. Okay, you know, some people, they don't have half the passion that you've got, the drive, that movement forward. So I really feel that energy coming through here for you. But when you've got the ways, it's about, you know, self-evaluating, and sort of, you know, if you're trying to reach for something new or something better, you must sort of almost like, how can I put that? You look at how far you've come, look at the skills that you've got, and you're very talented at what you do. You're very, very gifted, and I see that you're trying to build stability. It's more that you are ramping up the finances, okay? Or that's what you're feeling you must do. And you may feel right now that now, when you get the Queen of Pentacles in this position, or the Queen of Coins in this position, it can mean that sometimes you feel that you're living hand to mouth, or you feel like you're financially dependent at this time, or you feel that you're worried about finances and creating stability. But as you can see, we've got the house there, which means you're going to be stable. You're going to find a plan that suits you. You're going to find a creative solution to any difficulties that you've been going through, okay? And I'll come to this pile in a moment, but this indicates like weighing up your options and sort of being at that decision point about what next. And I do feel like some of you may be setting up a second stream of income, because there's always two paths when you get the ways. So you can take both paths. Why limit yourself to one? So as long as you find time to nurture your energy and, you know, don't overextend yourself or work yourself to the bone, I feel like some of you could be setting up a second stream of income. Maybe it's even passive income if you're lucky enough to be able to go into real estate because you've got a house there. That could be a pointer that some of you maybe are thinking about going into real estate, or wondering how you can build some sort of career using your skills that you could do from home, as well as, you know, going into other areas of, you know, what you want to do. We do have the Hierophant here, the Pope. It's got there, it's the Hierophant, and that's all about doing something in a very traditional way, but putting your unique, authentic spin on it, okay? So I feel it's tried and tested measures that you're looking at, but how can you make it your own? And I also feel like this is you having a call to faith. Whenever you get the Hierophant card, this can also be about, you know, learning, you know, finding a mentor who can teach you. So for example, if you want to be a little bit more money wise, because, you know, your sixth house is activated, which is all about, you know, the things that we have to do on a sort of day-to-day basis, like pay bills, or, you know, strategize that we've got a good financial plan going on there, or, you know, how, you know, pensions and things like that. You may be actually looking at gurus or mentors who can teach you. Now, of course, on YouTube and various other platforms, there's videos online of how to do these things. So you may be even looking at videos online, for example, just to enhance your skills or enhance your knowledge in that area, so that you can protect what you've already worked for and capitalize on it, okay? Because the Mother of Coins is a protector of the home space, and also protector of finances, but also at the same time multiplying finances. So I see that this is something that perhaps you're focused on at this time. Now, of course, you're reminded, because you do have the Rider and you have the Temperance card, there's no such thing as a quick fix. So if anyone comes at you with, you know, a quick, you know, get rich quick scheme or something like that, trust your intuition. Please investigate it further. You don't want to sort of commit yourself to something that could be negative in the long term, okay? Now, also, when you get this card, you are very knowledgeable. You already have a lot of knowledge, but you may be, as I said, enhancing your skills in some area in your career. So you may find yourself gravitating towards booking courses online, or even courses in person with people. You may want to expand your skill set. So I definitely feel like you're building your knowledge and building your skills, and you've actually got a lot of skills already, as I was saying, and I feel like you could be a mentor, you could be a teacher. So some of you, your second stream of income may be that you're going to impart your knowledge to other people to help them in some area of their life, or in their career, and you may actually have that as a second stream of income. So some of you, with the Hierophant there, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune, some of you have got a lot of spiritual gifts. So some of you may be using your spiritual gifts to help other people, or you may be setting up your own YouTube channel or something like that in order to bring in a second stream of income, because that Ways card is a card of duality. Okay, these are just things that are coming through. They may apply to you or not, but I definitely see you in your head thinking about what's next on the plan. Okay, when you get the sort of the equivalent of the Knight of Swords, this is about bravery. Okay, this is about cutting out things that derail you from your path. It's about focus. Knights tend to be very, very focused on the way ahead, or the goal. And this is also about tempering your path. You're a warrior, okay? Now I keep getting I keep coming back to my back. I don't know what this is all about. I keep coming back to my back. So maybe you've been going through some back issues recently, or you feel like you have to watch your back in your career. I keep getting this like energy of watching my back or touching my back. It's really weird. So I've got nothing wrong with my back, so it's not my energy. I definitely know I'm not picking up on my energy. So that may apply to you. Perhaps also you've been doing a lot recently. I don't understand what this is. It just feels really... Okay, I'm just going to disconnect from that energy because it feels like quite tickly as well. So sometimes when my guides or spirit sort of come very close, it gets very tickly on my skin. That's an indication that I'm not alone. So I'm just going to ground myself there because I feel like I'm picking up someone's energy. So I'm just leave that there. Now, the Daughter of Feathers, as you can see, look, there's a dragon. It's pure power. Pure power, that you're hitting your goals, you're smashing them out of the park. I feel like you're going to be very organized. Even if you are not someone who tends to be organized and productive, you're going to be very organized and productive in the next 6 weeks or so, okay? Things are starting to gather momentum, gather pace, but you may have felt for a while that things are not going as fast as you would like. There is always a reason why things are going at the pace that they are. It gives us time to think. It gives us time to reevaluate and not rush into things. So they are picking up pace, but I feel they've been going at a slower rate on purpose, okay? Also, I feel like you're building your faith. Some of you are going to be connecting to higher practices like meditation, and you're turning your visions into reality, okay? Now, we've also got the Rider here. Now, the Rider is in the resistance position, so it's like I got it in the reverse. They're showing me a number in the water, 0909, okay? 0909. This is going to be very important for you. You may receive some sort of communication or message at 0909 that pertains to your career. It could also be whenever you're thinking about something and you look at the clock, or you look at a billboard or something, you see 0909, there's a message. Look it up, what 0909 means in that moment for you, because it will mean something different for everybody, okay? Depends on what the message your guides want you to be aware of. Now, we've got the Rider. As I said, it's in the resistance position, so it's like it's in the reverse. You may have felt like things are not going as quickly as you'd hoped. And we've got the Temperance card there, which is also in reverse. So that's a little bit of impatience, okay? Now, I'm not pointing a finger at you, my beautiful Aries. We all have impatience. We all have moments of feeling like, you know what, I'm putting so much work into this. Why is it not happening? I should be a little bit further on my journey right now, but I'm not. Remember, we're exactly where we're meant to be, okay? If there's any missed opportunities, it's not meant for you. Everything that's meant for you will never pass you by. So, be sort of peaceful in that knowledge. Yes, you're making strides. Yes, you're making progress. That is for sure. And by the end of the month, these cards that are like this will be turned in the upright. So you will be moving at a quicker pace, and, things will be balanced. Whenever you get the Rider, it does mean that there is speed involved, okay? And the Rider is always heading off into the sun. So this is something that you're headed towards that is very positive. So you're heading towards a very positive outcome in your career, but it's almost like you want to go faster, okay? And with the Temperance card, this is about moderation. So I feel like things will peter out into a nice pace for you. And when we get the Temperance card, this is about you turning something really magical into being. Okay, you're in the middle of things, you're on your path, you're avoiding excess, you're blending your energies, and there's alchemy. You're finding purpose when you get this card. This is about a meaningful encounter in your career. Now this could be with somebody who helps you pick up pace, someone who's got really good financial skills or knowledge. Could also be about, if you're setting up an income from home, for example, or in real estate, because the Mother of Coins connects to the home space or anything related to home, and protecting things that you've already worked for. I feel this is, something that is a positive step in the right direction. This card also is like, you're mixing things up. You're dipping your toe into something, you're rejuvenating your energy. You're blending this. It's almost like you're in full flow and things start to pick up pace for you. Okay, so I really feel like balance and harmony is something that comes into the mix round about the middle of September for you in a really positive way. Now, we've got the Mother of Coins in this position. Of course, it's in the reverse position at first. So you may be worrying about finances or worrying about your home space. Are you secure? I feel like you turn things around if you're going through difficulty, especially since you've got the Six of Feathers there. This means you're being guided and protected by spirit, and what you need will show up for you. But you're not being lazy, my beautiful Aries. You're making things happen. You're taking action. You're weighing up your options. You're having faith, and you're going for it at high speed. And you're going to accomplish whatever goal it is you set out to, okay? The Mother of Coins, of course, it will be turned into the upright. So I feel like there will be finances available to you. If you spent a little bit too much last month, for example, and you're worried about this month, I feel like you'll be better with money this month. This card is also a card of your plan working, okay? So you may have felt like you couldn't action a plan for a while, or you felt like you've been derailed from your goals because you felt lack of energy or motivation or drive. Now, collectively, everybody's been going through this sort of like energy, like sometimes you feel like you're stuck in mud and you feel like you're not making progress. That's been going on for the last 18 months because of the planetary alignments, but also because of the pandemic that we've been going through. Collectively, there's been a trauma there. So I feel like the way that we operate in work, business, friendships, love, everything has changed, and we are trying to still find our way, okay? When you've got the ways card, it means you're still trying to adjust and find your way due to the circumstances that we've been thrown into. So have compassion for yourself, my beautiful Aries. Yes, it is a difficult period. I'm not going to lie to you. We all know that inflation's gone up, things are rising. The only thing that's not rising is wages, of course, but I feel you are putting yourself in a really good position to be secure. Also, some of you actually may be deciding, I've already talked about that, working from home, and you actually may be whatever it is you're setting up is going to be very lucrative and will bring more money in, okay? It's going to, because the Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Abundance. She, male or female, not a gender specific reading, but she actually attracts wealth. Okay, so that is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be attracting wealth over the next 4 to 5 weeks. And this is also protecting what you've already earned, whatever you've worked for. So some of you may be mixing things up, checking out various savings accounts or establishments that you trust and putting your money in that to make sure it's secure. Also, I'm getting an energy of those of you who have taken some time out from work in order to have children or look after your children. I feel like you may be thinking about re-entering the workspace, and you're going to come back to a secure position. A wonderful position is coming available to you, and I feel like it helps you build more finances and move into a very secure position. For those of you who do not have a job right now and are looking for a job and you're in between, because the ways can be like in between, I feel like you're trying to have faith, but it's been a real test of faith, actually, and you've found a lot of confusion as to why it's been so difficult to find your way. But there is a communication coming on in, an opportunity, and I feel that you will grab that with both hands. It's sent by the universe. It's a really good luck position, and it actually builds security. Some of you actually are saving for a home space as well with your career, and you're building your finances. All I see is you building finances over the next sort of couple of weeks and just beyond. Of course, it's going to extend, but this is a reading only up to the end of September. This is about you being really resourceful with the money that you've got, not overspending, being shrewd with the decisions you make, and also finding a way to, sort of weather through challenges. That's what I feel. This is a card of comfort, domesticity, and wealth. So I feel like anything that you felt has just been out of reach is actually going to be obtainable. Okay. Now, before I go on to this next pile, they're actually giving me a song. One moment, please. This is a song I've not heard before. So, but it's really powerful. It's making me want to hear it. So one moment, please. Okay, this is a powerhouse of a song. I'm getting true chills here. Okay, this is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm all right song, I think it says. My powers turned on. Okay, that is quite a powerful song, actually. I can't tell if it's pop or rock. It's kind of like, it's a power ballad type thing. It's a feminine energy that sings it. I don't know this song, so I can't really even hazard a guess at who sings this, but it's really powerful, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there. Either you know that song or you don't. I'm going to look it up online to see what it is and how, it's a very powerful song. So, this is your fight song. Wow. So perhaps you're feeling you have to ramp up your energy to accomplish something. You're taking back control in some way. I feel like you're going to prove to yourself that you're capable of so much success. There's a lot of success here for you. And it's a very, very positive outcome, just so you're aware. If you're struggling and going through some difficult times, my beautiful Aries, I'm sending you all of the love and care I have to offer. But I do see you working through issues, and I see you building a plan or a strategy that is a winning it's a winning plan, let's put it that way, and you build security, okay? Now that song is relevant because you may hear that song in the next 4 or 5 weeks on the radio, or as you're walking down the street, someone's playing it in the car. I can't tell you what time period it comes from. I feel like it's quite modern, so it may even be like this year or last or a couple of years ago, I'm not sure. So you may hear this song on the radio, or it may come after this reading, or you may hear it on an advert, so, or even in a film. So please take it as it resonates. Listen out for that song. This is my fight song. Take back. So, if this was my song, I'd call it something like fight song or my life song or something like that. So I'm not sure what it's called, but I would definitely call it one of those. That's the energy that I've got from it. So I'll look it up though. Now we've got the house as an outcome, which is all about security, okay? Stability. And it's number 4, which is about building foundations. And you've already started that, my beautiful Aries, okay? Some of you may be in real estate or thinking about going into real estate or thinking about buying property. And I feel like, you're being really balanced in the way that you look at money at the moment. And I feel like, there's even a K here. I don't know what that K, there's a K at the bottom. Sometimes the cards have numbers and sometimes they have letters, and they're giving you a K. So the letter K may also be relevant to your situation. Either your name begins with it, or someone who gives you a piece of information has the letter K in their name. So please take it as it resonates. I almost wanted to say Kelly. I should have said it before I saw the K, but Kelly. I'm sure, the other day a song came up by someone called Kelly Clarkson in another reading, but I don't feel like it's the same. It's definitely not the same voice. Okay, so I don't think the person who sings that song is called Kelly, but I'll look it up. Okay, so I just want to put it out there. But the name Kelly may be relevant to you or your situation over the next 4 or 5 weeks. It may mean nothing right now, but in about 5-6 weeks for you, you may be like, oh, I just met a Kelly, and I went for an interview for a job, and they're hiring me, or something. There's some relevance there to that name, okay? But definitely building stability. This is a very secure outcome. We got the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates some element of risk. So perhaps you're taking a chance on something in your career, but it ends up being something that grounds and is very stable, okay? When you got the Wheel of Fortune, it means a turn in your fortune. Good luck is headed your way. A lucky opportunity, lucky break. And I'm going to pull a card on this, but I feel, I mean, they've got an anchor there as well, and I feel like you're headed towards a very positive time in your career, one where you're going to enjoy what you do. Some of you may be actually relocating or deciding to shift gears and go into a different, either different department, go for an opportunity to raise, go for a raise or a promotion. I definitely see some of you thinking heavily about working from home, or if you already work from home, you're wondering how can you streamline your time or your energy in order to have more time for you and your family, okay? But luck is on your side in your career. Now, I don't know if you heard, there was a little knock there at the back as I was talking. I don't know if you caught it on camera, but my guides are, they're showing me something in the water. They wanted me to be aware of the thing that's in the water. So one moment, please. Okay, they're giving me number 55. Lots of numbers for you, okay? So 55, that may also be relevant in some way. So please take it as it resonates. 5 can be a number of challenge. So perhaps you've gone through a lot of challenging situations right now, and they're indicating that things are on the up. There is a turning point here for you, okay? Also, some of you may be looking at a new stream of income that actually is your destiny. You're meant to do this. You may have had a calling, because they're actually showing me in the water as well. I feel like this is what they were meant to show me, rather, well, 5-5 is important, but also they show me a trumpet. So either this is about promoting your work, trumpeting about your skills, showing yourself off a little bit more in your work if you're not that sort of person. But it can also, trumpets tend to appear on the judgment card, so it's all about your calling. So maybe it's like your destiny becomes clear to you. If you're weighing up your path, you've been feeling a little bit lost in your career, I feel like your true calling becomes clear. You have clarity, okay? And it's very lucrative. It's very financially lucrative. Now, we've also got the trial. So you have been going through difficulties. You've been going through a real test in your career, a test of faith, in order to re-examine whether you still want the things that you want and whether you feel that it's rewarding, whatever it is you do. The hangman is to give us a new perspective. Now, you may have felt, as I said, things were like on pause or in limbo, or felt like they're not going as fast as you wanted them to. Whenever we get the hangman and the temperance card, we're reminded that sometimes if we go too fast, we may miss something. So sometimes we have to take a methodical route, a traditional methodical route to get to where we need to go, okay? And it allows us to see all eventualities and all paths. As you can see, we've got 2 faces there as well. So it's like, which direction do you go in? It's giving you time to think rather than be at full speed ahead. But I feel like things will pick up pace. Now also, I mean, look at that. You've got like a phoenix rising from the ashes there. So they're really indicating that any troubles or difficulties that you've been going through, any hardships, my beautiful Aries, you are being directed to a more peaceful time, especially since you've got the 6 of Swords there as well. 6 of Feathers is the equivalent of the 6 of Swords. That means your guides are directing you out of difficulty into calmer waters, okay? And you're gaining greater wisdom because of it. If you've had any challenges in your career, it's because you're going to need those lessons that you've learned in this moment later on down the line. You may not be aware of it right now, but when you reflect back at this moment in time, you'll see how strong you truly are, and that actually those lessons will be integral to the next part of your journey. So for example, they're just giving me for example, so they want me to. So for example, I've walked a very difficult path in life, okay? Everyone's had a difficult time. It depends on, how you adjust to things. And many, many years ago, when I was going through, absolute hell, let's put it that way, on many different ways. Like I lost everything that I had within the space of a couple of months. My home, my job, my relationship, everything just sort of crumbled away. I was really being taught a lesson about loss. And at the time I was like, I have no clue why this is happening. And it was so terrifying and damaging and all of those things. And I was really lucky because I had my family and I had my friends. And that was all I had. And that was the most important thing that I had, ever, because it was my crutch. It was literally, I was so grateful for that. And I reflect many, many years later on why I went through those times. And when I found the path that I was meant to be on, my guides actually made me aware, you were meant to do this so you could help other people and help them find a way through the darkness. And, I was like, wow, and sometimes we look back and we see the lesson we're meant to have learned. Other situations, for example, I worked in a company that was so toxic, and that was the job that got taken away from me. So actually it was a godsend that it got taken, because it paid a lot of money and I had a lot of responsibility to look after my family. So I was not going to leave that job readily, and it just got taken away. So it sort of like many years later, when I was sort of interviewing for other positions that were similar, I noticed red flags that I'd seen in my last work, and I was like, no, I can't work at this place, because I can see already how this is going to go, and it's going to be detrimental to my health and to my path if I take this position. So the lessons you learn in that moment, they may seem, upsetting and uncomfortable, but they are there for you for the future, okay? It's like your little bag of tools, your little bag of experiences will help you along the way. So the hangman is to reflect on those times or those ways where you will use tools that you learn along your journey, and they will help you in that moment. Now, you're the sort of person, my beautiful Aries, you sacrifice everything for your career. And I don't mean you sacrifice family or friends, but you may sacrifice time that you have with those that you love the most. Sometimes, and they want you to be aware, well, I feel like this is what you're thinking about anyway, how can you streamline your energy to make some more time to enjoy yourself? So I feel that is something that you are going through at the moment. You may have been pulled in lots of different directions. As you can see, we've got the sun here, and we got the moon, and you can see two people with a rope around this person's leg, and they're pulling. So you may have felt pulled in many, many different directions. We've got the ways there. So you may have felt like you're multitasking and that you've been overwhelmed recently trying to do so much and you haven't been able to catch your breath. Well, in the next 6 weeks or so, you're going to feel a lot more peace and things get easier. They want you to be aware of that. Remember, you are like that phoenix rising from the ashes. You may have some Scorpio placements in your chart as well, but they're showing me here that things get easier. We've got the Six of Feathers, which is being guided out of difficulties or guided out of the storm. Also, this is a rite of passage. Have you been tested? The answer is yes. Are you passing the test? The answer is absolutely. You are passing that test with flying colors. Some of you may actually literally have a test. If you've, you're in college or you've put yourself back on a course of higher learning, you may actually have a test. You will pass that test and it will open you up financially to more money. Okay, so I definitely feel like this is a very positive aspect. And the Six of Swords is also a relocation card. So some of you may actually be physically relocating for your career, or you may decide to work in another part of the world than where you're at right now. But there's definitely an energy here of you overcoming obstacles, exploring and expanding, and evolution. Okay, I feel like there's evolution on your path when it comes to your career in a really positive way. I'm just going to get some final cards for you. Now, whenever you get the Six of Swords, when it comes to finances, it can feel like you're looking at your situation. You're like, it doesn't feel like I'm making progress. It doesn't feel like everything's going to be okay. But you will, the Wheel of Fortune indicates divine intervention, and you will start to see progress as you move through September, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? They want that card, but it's not popping out, so I won't give it till it pops out. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Okay, thank you so much. So we have five, because they're telling me 5 is an important number for you. They already gave me 5. It says the past. Okay, and it says here, something from the past is coming back, perhaps an old job or an unfinished project. Look to the past to understand the future lesson. I was just talking about that. My guides give you exactly what they want you to hear, okay? I don't like talking about me, but sometimes it pops up in the water because they want me to explain something. That's why it came up. It says, look to the past to understand the future lesson, an experience or an old skill. You could be earning or receiving money from something that you did in the past, okay? And they were showing me a trumpet in the water, okay? And that looks like a bit of a trumpet, the end of a trumpet on the gramophone there as well. So, listen out. Trumpets, listen. It's also your calling. Some of you may revisit a skill or a hobby that you have, and you will be financially lucrative, making a lot of money from that, okay? Now, we do have the card of setbacks. It came up in your reading, you know, that there is difficulty. You've been going through trials and tribulations. But it says here, your attempts to increase your income have been largely unsuccessful. This financial setback was forcing you to get more organized with your finances. That's all about your sixth house, okay? That's why this is happening at this moment. It says, don't lose hope. Use this time to learn from your mistakes. Okay, I don't feel like you're making mistakes, my beautiful Aries. I feel like you're, you know, existing and being a product of the time period that we're living in. I feel like you're doing your absolute best in the circumstances that you got. That's what I feel, okay? With the Daughter of Feathers, that tells me that you're still pushing forward. You're still forging ahead. You're not giving up, even through difficult periods. We've got labor. You are a hard worker, that is for sure, okay? And it says here, a new job of some kind is coming your way, or you're going back to work. Now, we picked up on that energy. If you took some time out for, you know, to look after your family, or you to have a family, you're heading or thinking about going back to work. Even if you've been retired, for example, you may be thinking about getting a little side hustle or going back to doing something that you love in order to keep the money flowing, but also keep life interesting as well. We've got a career in construction, maintenance, or any kind of labor work could also be for you. Now that is very precise. That's not going to resonate for everyone. But whenever you think about maintenance, it's about fixing things that you feel are not working right now. And we've also got your dependable and loyal nature will be rewarded soon. Keep at it. Okay, so you are working really hard and there is going to be financial reward. I can even tell you from the last card, but we'll get to that right at the end. Save the best for last. We've got work smart, and I definitely felt that in your energy, getting organized to be more time efficient. You're working smarter, not harder, okay? Or finding a second stream of income or a passive income that sort of ticks over on the side in order to line your financial plans. We've got, are you making it harder than it has to be? Sometimes the solutions really are that simple. Perhaps it's time to clean house personally and professionally, to start with a clean palette. Stick to the basic needs when it comes to spending and put some money aside. I mean, that's easier said than done for a lot of us. So, you know, you're doing the best that you can in the circumstances that you've got, my beautiful Aries. But I feel it is wise advice to all of us during this time period to, you know, sort of like save wherever we can, really, okay? We've also got Windfall. Loving this card, my beautiful Aries. Loving this card indeed. And it says, you're about to receive a windfall of money or pay raise. Money is currently going to be in a positive cycle. This is a great time to treat yourself or make that big purchase. Now, this energy is right at the end of September, okay? So just be mindful that overspending and things like that, the beginning of the energy is telling you to sort of like not be cautious, but, you know, be careful when it comes to spending and building solid foundation. And then towards the end of September, there's going to be a little bit extra for you to enjoy for yourself. But either some sort of raise, promotion, or you're setting up a second stream of income is going to be financially lucrative. There is more money in the future. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? They want 2 of these. Thank you so much. Oh. Okay, so we've got bee community. Now, bees, they work really hard, and they, you know, what they make is sweet reward. And we've also got another sunflower here. So sunflowers, the sunflower tends to follow the sun throughout the day, and the rider runs into the sun, okay? So this is about finding your happy spot. It says here, you are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Oh my gosh, when I was channeling, they gave me that very sentence for the Queen of Pentacles. Remember, she is the queen of abundance. So that's exactly what they want you to hear. You're turning things around. You're working really hard, but there is sweet reward, okay? And we've also got Lynx, keeper of secrets. And it says, take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see other secrets and you keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. Now, that song that came through was all about finding strength, of course, but also cats are very independent. So I feel like some of you may be trying to find a way sorry, my hand's itchy. Whenever this hand is itchy, for me, this means money's coming in. So that's a good sign for you. Now, also remember that hangman energy. Sometimes we need to take a pause or feel like we have to take a step back or things to go slow in order to reevaluate or see things as they truly are. Remember the red flags I was talking about. So it's important to learn the things that you're meant to be learning in this moment that can help you later on. And also, some of you may also put your resume out there and be thinking about changing jobs, and you may be keeping it a secret at this time. A new opportunity comes in, you may be keeping it on the down low, and you will find the right moment to sort of, the way they're showing me, it's almost like a game of poker. Play your last hand in the water. They're like, you know, it's almost like you got the trump card. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe you've been going through some sort of like office politics at work in some way, and you're playing your trump card. That's what I feel. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Now I'm just going to go and get a rune before we close. We got the sun. You're headed straight to the sun, okay? This is about abundance. This is about victory. This is about clear vision, knowing where you're going after a period of feeling a little bit lost. And it's a rune of achievement, okay? So definitely positive energy there. You're headed in the right direction, my beautiful Aries. Yes, it's been a difficult journey. We've all got to deal with the ups and downs. It's just about how you ride the wave, right? We're all human. We're all going through our own moments of going, you know, through those ups and downs. So riding that wave is exactly the way you're going to do it, in style, and it's going to come good for you. Okay, so I'll leave it there, my beautiful Aries. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries. Love and light.